Hi, my name is Kat Klauer, and I work as a hearing instrument specialist. My job duties include performing hearing evaluations, being able to diagnose hearing loss, knowing when it's appropriate to refer someone to a medical doctor, and being able to recommend an appropriate treatment plan for someone with hearing loss. I provide ongoing patient care through routine cleanings, checkups, and adjustments. Maybe not typical of a hearing instrument specialist position, but some things that I have done is I do presentations in the community. I've filmed television commercials, and I do a weekly radio show called Listen and Learn, and it educates people about hearing loss and how it relates to your overall health. I am licensed to work with adults, so those age 18 and older. If you are interested in working with children in hearing loss, you should consider an audiologist career. Typical of this job is to work 40 hours a week. You may be wondering how to become a licensed hearing instrument specialist. First, you need to meet the education requirements according to the state that you want to work in. State requirements really vary from state to state. So education requirements can include anything from a high school diploma to an associate's degree to a 4-year college degree. During high school and or college, I recommend coursework in anatomy, physiology, physics, healthcare, and possibly business courses, especially if you want to open your own hearing clinic. After you've completed your educational requirements, you will then need to take a year specifically designed on becoming a hearing instrument specialist. Most people get what's called a trainee license, and they work under someone else so that they can get both on-the-job training and complete that last educational requirement. At the end of that year, you'll have to sit and take your state exam, and then you'll be ready to work in the position. Some things to know about the position: you need to be comfortable with technology. You're going to be spending most of the day using your computer. Everything is done off your computer, whether it's working and programming the hearing instruments or doing patient charting. You also need to be comfortable with using smartphones and the different variations of smartphones. Hearing devices now come standard with Bluetooth technology, so you need to be comfortable with that as well. The typical salary range for a hearing instrument specialist is anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 annually. This is a really good career if you like to help people, you're interested in healthcare, you like technology, and you want to use it to help others. I also think you should know that it's a good position if you're comfortable conversing and working with people who are older than you. My patients' ages range from age 19 to 100, but the majority of my patients really range from age 55 to 85. As a hearing instrument specialist, a good portion of your job will be performing hearing evaluations. Today's audiometers usually are built right into the computer, and the screen that you're seeing now is someone's hearing loss, and I am able to interpret that as a moderate to severe sensorineural hearing loss in both ears. You will do what we call pure air tone testing, and that is the beeping. If you've ever had a hearing test at school, those beeps, that's called pure air tone testing. We also do word recognition testing. So the purpose of that is to make sure that when we give a speech signal that is an appropriate loudness for that individual, will they then understand what is being said? We also do testing in background noise because it is typically more difficult to hear and understand in background situations. And then we also do bone conduction testing. And what that tells us is what type of hearing loss the patient has. Once you have determined a treatment plan for the hearing loss, all of the fitting software is right on the computer. So that hearing test that you performed is then uploaded into the hearing aid fitting software so that the loss is set appropriately for each ear. Within the software, we can make adjustments per frequency of hearing loss and basically fine-tune the hearing aids. We can also find information like how often a patient is wearing their devices. So for instance, it may be hard to see, but this patient is wearing it about 14 and a half hours a day. We generally recommend that patients wear their hearing devices 8 hours or more a day because we know at that point, that's where the cognitive benefit comes in. You also need to be comfortable with the computer because all of your charting and data entry is done right in the computer. There isn't much paper anymore, so you will be working with your computer throughout the day. Some things that I like about my job, I enjoy having a clean work environment. I really enjoy working with my patients. One thing to know is that hearing loss typically, it's not reversible. So once you're working with a patient, you're going to be working with them again and again over the years. So you're really able to build a relationship with them, and I enjoy that. The other thing that I like is my office, and typically offices that you work in as a hearing instrument specialist are small groups. So you also build good relationships with your coworkers, and that's a nice thing as well. Another thing that I like about my position is that it is pretty easy to get a job as a hearing instrument specialist. It is in demand, and it's in demand here in Iowa and across the U.S. So no matter what state you may want to work in, it's most likely that you could get a job doing that as a hearing instrument specialist. Dislikes, that's a little harder. I don't really have any big dislikes, but I would say if you're looking for a job where you can work from home, this is not the position for you. Or if you are not comfortable talking to people that you don't know, or maybe this isn't the position either. Hope this has been helpful. I'll include some links at the end on different career, like how to find careers in across the U.S. and some other aspects of the job. Thank you for listening.